Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest Manchester United breaking transfer news as we've got two big stories to bring you this Saturday afternoon. First of all, Fabrizio Romano has informed us that there will be a third bid for Mbeumo. We will talk about that, but also a big development around Gyokeres via Sesko and a price drop according to German reports, which could catapult the transfer news around a striker into the atmosphere of Man United actually buying a striker, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is that we could have liftoff, basically, when it comes to a striker. But let's start off with Mbeumo. I mean, look, let me read it first. So this is from Fabrizio Romano. Breaking news, Man United in active talks for Mbeumo, bid to be improved. Bomb. He's put a bomb there. Despite, like a bomb emoji. Despite no agreement reached so far with Brentford, Man United keep talks ongoing and remain confident. Fee structure, details of add-ons, more to follow. And Mbeumo clear he wants to join Man United. So the bid will be improved, which means the bid was rejected. We've had two bids rejected. Hashtag deal with it. It's not that much of an issue. You know, we're talking about this morning and it was almost like United had put it out there. No, we haven't had a bid rejected. We've just got to improve the bid. Brentford aren't happy with the bid. We've got to put another bid in, but we haven't had a bid rejected. You have had a bid rejected. Otherwise, they would have accepted it. So you've got to improve your offer, which means your initial bid wasn't good enough. Fine, just put the third bid in and get the deal done. So we know 45 plus 10 was rejected. We know 55 plus 7.5 has been rejected. You're going to pay 60 million. You're basically going to pay 60 million unless they do something ridiculous to say we didn't pay 60 million and they go, we'll give you 59 million plus 50, you know, in add-ons. So look, it's going to get there. I'm absolutely positive it's going to get there. It's good that there's an acknowledgement that we've got to put another bid in. We've probably got to adjust the add-ons or pay more up front. Maybe Brentford will take 55 million if the add-ons are something achievable, like once he's played 30 games or once he's scored 30 goals, like you pay 5 million or whatever. It might be something like that, because our add-ons of 7.5 might have been things like when we've won the Champions League, we'll give you 7.5 million, or, you know, when a pig flies, we'll give you 7.5 million. It's the same thing. So it might just be an adjustment on that, but it was rejected. I'm okay with that. And what I'm not okay with is how long it's taking in between the bids. Are we going to wait another 2 weeks? That would be silly, in my opinion. But I think it will happen. It has to happen. And of course, I feel apologetic on this. So many people have commented on this that what about all the people on their website saying that the deal was done, trying to claim the deal was done? Well, you should get an apology from them. I mean, we've been sat here this week as a community saying it might happen today, it might happen next month. I mean, we haven't had Here We Go. We haven't had Ornstein's update. So I'm not going to believe these aggregators or people on social media who we don't even know who they are. You know, they don't put their face out there. They don't put their name out there saying, I've been informed that United have got a deal. Who are you? Where have you been? Where have you been for the last 10 years? Like, don't believe you. Sorry. You can put it on a website, whatever. Don't believe you. That we haven't had the deal agreed with Mbeumo, and there's a lot of nonsense out there. I mean, I was looking on social media a couple of minutes ago at Simply UTD on Twitter, aggregator, putting it out that Talk Sports saying that Mbeumo's going to not quadruple, times 5, whatever that is. There's a question for you. Learning with Goldbridge. Treble is times 3, double is times 2, quadruple is times 4. What's 5? I don't know what it is. Anyway, he's going to 5 times his wages by going from 50 grand a week to 250 grand a week. Apparently this is via Talk Sport, or as I sometimes call them, Talk Shit. He's not on 250 grand a week. Cunha's not on 250 grand a week. He's on 200. It's meant to be 150 grand a week, but this is what I think. People, what did we have with Cunha? Walking stats. Never heard of him before. What do we have with every United player? Massive wages, lies, nonsense, total crap. We'll get this deal done. We'll pay what Brentford wanted. The learning is, and we never learn, we take too long on deals. Move on. Get the deal done. This is a significant update though, and I'm sure many of you are going to smash a like on the video for this one and get really excited because this is an update that's nothing to do with Mbeumo. This is about the striker situation. We were talking about this on the morning show. Check it out. We've got timestamps, everything. You can go and find it really quickly now. So we were talking this morning about the striker situation. Well, there's an update. Basically, Benjamin Sesko wants to leave Leipzig and the club is open to a sale sooner rather than later. But they were looking at around 100 million euros for the striker, 80 to 100 million striker for it. But Bild are saying, although Leipzig would like 80 to 100 million euros for Sesko, he's got a contract till 2029, but they are being more realistic about a baseline price of 70 million euros, and then the add-ons and bonuses are there in that. The reason they're doing this is because they feel that that's the better way to secure the funds sooner so that they can start rebuilding their season for next year, because they had a bad season. Also, they've not had a lot of interest in Xabi Simons as well. So they were looking for big money for both, but they're not really moving it quick enough, and they're realizing that they need that money in so that they can spend some money themselves, especially with Ten Hag at Leverkusen, Bayern Munich. Leipzig need to bounce back. So 70 million euros for Sesko is more like 60 million pounds, which takes him down to Gyokeres' price, and Gyokeres might cost a little bit more. So the significance of this is it's German-based. It makes sense. You'd get Sesko for 60 million, and then you'd have another 20 million in add-ons, which I think Arsenal would be okay with if he scores, when he scores 50 goals, another 10 million, whatever. It means that deal could really escalate over the next week or two. And obviously, once Arsenal escalate on their striker, I think it causes that domino effect where if Man United are going for Gyokeres, all I want to know with Gyokeres is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? If Arsenal signed him today, I'd go, okay, we move on. But they're not. So this could be significant with Sesko. And I think, as we said on the morning show, that's the big issue. Man United have taken too long on deals for years. But on the striker, I am sympathetic. Amorim needs that striker in now. Of course he does for pre-season. But you look at the striker market, Ekitike, Osimhen, Sesko, Gyokeres, it's not moving. And even if you did pivot to a Mateta, that's going to take weeks as well. So we need things to start moving so that we can start the talks. And then from that point, I'll say 4 or 5 weeks. So that's why I don't think we'll have a striker on the US tour. But this is good. It might be frustrating that we're not moving on a striker, but the things that will make us move on a striker look like they're about to happen. So if Leipzig are open to a cheaper deal with add-ons on, maybe Arsenal will make their choice now. So could be really positive on that one. And hopefully we'll get some movement. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be Tony the Tiger great if we saw Mbeumo third bid done this week? The medical that's booked in can be actually utilised, and then he's holding up the shirt for the away top, and then we move on, early July, we're in talks with the striker, and hopefully we can move on that at some point before the end of August. These would be nice things, because at the moment we're not in any talks for any striker at all. So look, a good update. Get your comments in below on there. Third bid is going to go in for Mbeumo, and we will get that deal done. And looks like Sesko could be, a decision for Arsenal could be coming very soon with his price being realistic. So let's hope that happens, and then we can move forward on a striker. Some positive updates this Saturday lunchtime. And if you want another positive update, I'm going to do a Brazilian, No, I'm not doing a Brazilian live on air. That would get me cancelled, definitely. But I am doing an all Brazilian affair on That's Football. Really excited about this. It's going to go off like a bottle of pop. Argentinian football, Brazilian football. There's no messing about. It's the last 16 of the Club World Cup. They're taking it seriously. Botafogo against Palmeiras. Join me at 5 on That's Football for that. And then I'm back on here at 8. Lovely stuff. Really excited. The sun is shining. We've got some positivity around Man United. Let's have it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Sort of ended the show there on a pre-record. This is why I'm not a massive fan of doing pre-recorded content, because live you can play it out, but I wasn't ready to hit stop recording there, and it's sort of like I'm not redoing it. Yeah, I'm not redoing it. No, just end the show. Thanks. Smash a like and subscribe. Take care, everyone. That's better.